climate scientist, and I've spent the last 2 decades documenting our changing planet and warning of the risk of continued emissions of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases, and sadly, few people have listened. It has taken you and Greta to raise your voices and say so eloquently that you are facing an existential threat to your future, to get the world to recognise that we are in a climate emergency. And I thank you for that. Your call to unite behind the science and act. The science clearly shows that climate change is already damaging our world, increasing the risk of deadly heat waves, devastating floods, and terrible droughts. We are seeing the effects of climate change in terms of extreme weather that is destroying lives and livelihoods right now. Climate change is ravaging our nature and our wildlife at a time when we are already seeing more species at risk of extinction than ever before in human history. Continued emissions risk catastrophic shocks occurring, the collapse of the great ice sheets covering Greenland and West Antarctica, the release of vast quantities of methane from the melting Arctic, the rapid dieback of the Amazon rainforest. The science is absolutely clear. If we are to avert disaster, we have to eliminate greenhouse gas emissions now. But time is running out to drive emissions to zero. Our futures, your futures, our children, our grandchildren's futures are at stake. History, if there even is a future history, will not look kindly upon us if we fail to respond, especially given the warning bells are ringing so loudly and so clearly. The overarching mission of the University of Cambridge is to contribute to society. Here in Cambridge we host great talent, and we are committed to generating the ideas and the innovations that will help us solve this climate crisis. We are addressing all aspects of delivering a zero carbon world, looking at how we live, how we work, how we measure economic progress, how we organise our societies. But this is a gigantic problem and we cannot solve it alone. We need everyone to step up, take responsibility, to work together and to act together. Citizens of all ages, communities, academic institutions, businesses, and above all, governments, acting in concert to tackle this climate emergency. If we act together, we can turn despair into hope. We can turn a nightmare vision of the future into a mission to shape a world that we would be proud to leave as a legacy to future generations. A bright future where we live in harmony with the world that sustains us. We need to come together, to act together, and we need everyone's help. We need all of you to tell the world, listen, collaborate, regenerate. Help us to rescue our world from the climate emergency. We cannot fail in this mission. Thank you.